Hello, my name is Tony Harknett and welcome to this week's finds at the car boot. Not all of them, just this blue one in the centre. It's a version 1, generation 1 original pad, and it was in fully working condition. I was amazed. There was nothing, no bulge on the batteries, nothing. I think what happened to it is it lost the analog stick rubbers and then someone put it aside and just left it for years. So they've put these rubber caps on. I've taken it apart, cleaned it all out, checked it all over, used one of the PlayStation 4's apps to check all its functions. It all works, there's no stick drift. I did some of my own little modifications to it as well. Let's just take these off. I don't like these big, sloppy, rocking around all over the place, these rubbers it came with. Take them off. And you'll see the holy underside of an analog stick with no rubber. And what I've been up to is I created silicone rubber infills that you may have seen in one of my previous vids with the fingers on the back. Let's just see if I can get this on with one hand. Push all the little fingers in. Sorry about the camera work, this is our work. One. You just make sure you push them all home and then they don't come out. And then you can use them with or without. And I discovered that if you take Nintendo Switch Joy-Con, the small Joy-Con rubber caps, they fit perfectly. Now this will be a trick if I can get this on. Right, I've got to put the camera down. One down, if it's still there that is. And the right one I used a Xbox One Elite, sorry no, just an Xbox One style rubber cap with the 10 pins. I need to push the button on that one. Right. Here's what you end up with. Nintendo Switch style on the right. And Xbox One 10 bobble rubber caps on the left. And as I say, you can have them as domed like that one, or you can have it slightly flattened if you remove the rubber underside, and the overcaps don't rotate and they're not sloppy with the silicone infills. So they're a load of rubbish, these things. Huge, humongous. Right, what we've got here is an original DualShock 4, unaltered. Let's have a look at the about the same. Well, it's about the same when you take the silicone caps, the silicone centre infills out from the underside. Put that down. And what we got here, let's start top left. That was last week's broken, dog-chewed DualShock 4 I found. There's the chew marks. Chews. It's all buckled up. I robbed the battery out of that and repaired this one here, which was one of my previous modified pads with the stainless steel analog sticks in there. That battery is the one that came out of it, and it's the old version 1 Gen 3 battery, so the battery connector is large, so I ripped the new ones off, because this battery is cracked and swollen. It was ready to blow, and it weren't holding a charge. And then the Darth Vader pad is a version 1 Gen 3 as well, but that's just a standard pad. I've not ordered that. Old DualShock 3 was the first one I did work on. And you can alter the length of the sticks, so you can completely mechanically alter your control arc. Found these, what are they called? Loops. 3-piece eye loop set. Magnification, just for freehand work when I'm looking at really minute components like these. All the wipers and things like that. See what we can do zoom wise. I've just discovered that you can put it in front of the camera. Let's see if I can demonstrate it. Right, you can't see the wiper fingers. See if we can make that visible. Now you can. 2-strand wiper fingers on that green type. Take the thing away, can't see it. So that's another use for them things. What have I missed? Oh, that one in the middle, I discovered it wasn't actually a version 1 Gen 2. It's a version 1 Gen 1, but it's the second iteration of that. There was 2 versions, and I will leave a link to all the board types from XQ Gaming. Let's back out again. What can I cover? This was the mould. I made my custom mould for my little rubber centerpieces. I found a dome top, drilled a hole in the middle of it, got myself a bolt, threaded through an old analog stick and screwed it straight on there. So all you got to do is fill that with resin, silicone, set them out and plunge it. Plunge it, give it a few rotations. If you had a vacuum chamber or a pressure pot, you could put that entire apparatus in there and you could get rid of all the bubbles in your silicone, but I ain't got one of them. And then 2 hours later you come along, you pick the thing up and you force the bolt up, and it holds in place if you put the right size drill hole in there, 4.8mm with a 5mm bolt. And then you just got to unwind your stick and cut the back, cut it flush with a Stanley blade, and then peel it all off the front and push it out, push the pins out, and it will give you your little infills. And over here, that is basically what the centre of, let me turn it over, there you go, that's the centre of an analog stick with the little pins. 30mm hole punch comes out the centre of one of them, an unaltered DualShock 4, if you're lucky enough that it didn't perish completely and utterly. So you've got DualShock 4 analog stick, Xbox One analog stick, DualShock 3, and the height comparisons. And then these at the back of my own work, these are beer bottle caps, believe it or not, dapped and domed, ground at the base, drilled at the centre to make the dust cups for my own homemade machined analog sticks. Over the back here, this wasn't featured last week, I forgot about it, is the Xbox One pad with the same modification inside. Let's take that out. There you go. Stainless steel analog sticks that can be unwound at the top, completely altered to whatever specification you want, to whatever height, so your response curve is fully mechanically adjustable. The only thing you can't do is calibrate a dead spot, because that's determined by the internal potentiometers, if they're sloppy or not. Thanks for watching. I hope this info is helpful, and I will leave links in the description to the DualShock 4 types available and their maintenance. Thank you and bye.